Well, good morning. Yeah, that's right. It's Monday live stream, and I got Pops coming on here in a little bit. He and I have been off camera yicking away a little bit and talking. We've been having a lot of fun doing that. I'm going to bring him on in just a second. I'm checking over here to see who's. It's great. I already see a lot of people in the chat. That's pretty cool. There's Lori, Debbie, Carol, I think. Ferdinand's in my school now. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Greg, look at all these people in here. Oh, my word. There's my favorite buddy, Cheddar Boy. But let me get that off of here. How y'all doing today? Good to see you. I think we're going to have fun on the live stream. What I want to do first of all, though, is I want to do just a real quick update. Some of you know that I started my own school and pretty excited about it. Look at this here. Hang on a second. I've got 256 members in the school. 17 are online now. How come they're not over here watching me? I don't know. Let me make sure this is doing that correctly. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. I got too many screens going. So if you're not in the school, it costs $5 a month. And what's really fun is the value that I hope I'm bringing to people that get in the school, besides the community aspect of it, is the content that I'm uploading. I'm going to be uploading soon a new video that's going to be pretty cool. But the video that I uploaded not long ago, which was YouTube's side income worksheet, and you can come into school here. And if you like that video, there's my entire plan for it. Look at that. I mean, it's 18, I think it's 15 pages long. If you're interested in making a side income, here's where to get the worksheet that goes to that video. And so my desire is to create a place where people who are creating content can gather and talk, but also is putting up some of this stuff that I put together. Here's one of my favorite ones. By the way, I did a beginner's guide for live streaming. It's really funny because I'm not even sure I know how to live stream. Every time I do it, it's I learn something new. That's all part of it. Anyway, that's enough about my stuff. Let me go back here and get rid of this. There we go. I did want to, I was kind of waiting for KC to get in here. I don't see her. If she shows up, then I will talk about her. I want to talk about something she posted today, but I'll wait for that. Pops, are you ready? I'm going to bring you in here. Hey, buddy.
Yes, sir. Ready to go.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning to all you guys.
Boy, do we look good or whatever, man?
Man.
So,
Good to see
Pops,
everybody today.
What's going on in your life these days? I know you and we talk a lot on the phone and on the camera like this, and both of us have gone through some challenges here recently, and I don't expect you to. We're not going to tell everybody the challenges we've been through, but
I can say this: it doesn't have anything to do with women.
Thank God for that. Oh my word! Hey, how long have you been married, Pops?
Be 53 years here in about another month.
So, and I've been
Been a
married
long time.
60 years. Have we learned
Yeah.
anything? I don't know.
Well, yeah, I've learned a lot, just a little bit late, but hey, it's better late than never. Now, I tell you what, I got the best wife a guy could have. You know, what she's put up with, and some of you, particularly some of you ladies that follow me and what have you, y'all probably shake your head all the time at some of my jokes and some of the stuff I say, but you know what? I've got the best wife a guy could have. She stuck with me through thick and thin, through a lot of business failures, a lot of stupidity on my part, and it's just I can't say enough good things about her. I know you're the same way, Mike, with Judy, and it's like I'm just blessed. That's all I can say. And we've been what's that old saying? We've been happily married for 20 years.
Well,
No, it's
le-
been great.
I think somebody the other day asked me what's the most important lesson I've learned about marriage, and I offhandedly my answer was to listen to my wife. Well, they didn't like that answer so much, and but I had to explain to them. My wife and I think women in general have a built-in discernment factor. They sense things that we don't sense. Matter
Yep, that's right.
As a matter of fact, remember in the Bible in the resurrection, um, uh, the two disciples run to the grave and they look in and then they go back. Well, but when the women go there, they see the angels inside. Well, the angels were inside when the guys were there. They just didn't notice them.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway,
Yep.
my so I look back on my life, and I got to tell you, my wife. We're getting ready to make a decision or do something, and she's, I don't feel good about that. And I go, hey, man, it's the best thing. I mean, we just got to do this. And she's, no, I got a red flag. I don't know. Well,
Yep.
I go ahead and do it. Worst decision I ever made, man.
I can't tell you how many times that happened to me. And Granny, she would like, and I'll tell you something else women are good at, and she is a master at it. And that's picking up on people real quick. We can go meet somebody and leave. I don't like that guy, or I don't like that woman, or she's this, or he's that. And I'm like, no, she's a sweet, or he's a nice guy. No, not good. And sure enough, you know.
Oh,
But
oh, how
yep, that's
funny,
that's
man.
that that's that extra sense that God gives women. And I think they need that raising kids and raising husbands. To be able to to manage life.
Bill, did I just hear you say racing husbands? Did you say that?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
I've just decided I'm not going to do that podcast with you, man. I just changed my mind.
Yeah, it might be dangerous, Mike. Might not be good. I'll
Well,
tell you what you ask about. Now you ask about what's been going on in my life, and from a positive standpoint, yeah, we've had some, without going into the details, and I don't mind sharing it privately, but bottom line, we've had some pretty major hiccups here in the last, particularly week or two. But it's okay. Lord's in charge. He's got us. It's like I always say, I don't know what tomorrow holds, but I know who holds tomorrow in His hands. So I'm in. I'm okay. We're gonna be all right. And but I mean, it was just, and for the audience out there, like Mike said, we talk quite a bit. He's turned into my big brother and kind of my mentor and a great friend, and we're like family, I feel like. And so he told me the other day, so I'm going to be praying for you, Bill. And I think that was Thursday or Friday, Mike. He said, I'm going to
yeah.
pray for you. Judy and I are going to pray for you. And he did a little deal on this channel, but hey, give Bill some love, and I need all the loving I can get. It's kind of like my dad used to say, "How you doing, Bruce?" And he said, "Oh, I just need a few kind words and a little loving," and that's kind of where I am. So anyway, um, Thursday, that video I put out, it's a first video in a series of 10 about YouTube and some of the problems that I'm hearing a lot of people say about YouTube and the problems and the issues and what have you. A
Yeah.
lot of stuff. I've been doing a lot of research on it. And bottom line, that first video went out Thursday morning. Thursday evening, I think we had 250 views. I said, that's pretty good. And then Friday it was up to 450. And I got up Saturday morning and it was over 1,000. And by Saturday night, it was over, I think, 3 or 4,000. So it's now fixing to, looks like Mike and I were looking at it a minute ago, looks like it's fixing to go over 6,000. And I
Yeah.
think we've gained probably around 150 subscribers in that time period and a lot of watch time. So God is good. The YouTube people are good. My family on YouTube, which this is what I feel like it is. It's a family. That's why I've been watching a lot of
Amen.
y'all's live streams out there. It's a community. It's a family. And I've never chased viral. I've never chased subs or anything like that. I'm just trying to make a difference. So anyway, things on YouTube are good right now. And let me tell you this, anybody out there that sees any spikes like this, YouTube, I've learned it's a roller coaster. You're on a high and look out, you're going to be on a low, but hang on because you're going to be on a high again. So just ride it out up and down. When it's high, just know it's going to be low. And when it's low, just know it'll come back. So just stay with it. But anyway, that's my 2 cents worth, old Mike. And that's kind of what's going on with us.
So we got off track a little bit on you mentioned about praying for you. I enjoyed praying for you. I see that serving my Redeemer, I put their comment up on the screen. Proverbs 18:22, who so findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor of the Lord.
Yep.
Yep, I agree. That's really cool. Um Yeah, so I was going to talk about doing a podcast. We've hinted about it, and I keep getting people asking me, is Mike and Pops going to do do a podcast?" Well, yeah, I think we are, but between life and everything else we're doing, don't expect it tomorrow or the next day, okay?
Right.
Uh, we're planning it right now. We're talking about it, and we'll get around to doing it when we're ready.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
But
coming.
I'm looking forward to doing it.
Yeah, kind of like those mini series, that you see on the TV now. It's like previews are coming, attractions. It's coming. Just be ready. So anyway, we're gonna have
Yeah,
fun. It'll be a blast.
yeah. So let's see. Let me catch up here a little bit. Howdy, Mike and Pops. I got a pretty good group of folks in here this morning. Grandpa Chuck's become a good friend. He's over in our school, and here's River Dog. He's in my school too. I mean, I got some great people over there in the school, and I'm pretty excited about it. So anyway,
Yeah, that's a good thing.
yeah, people are talking about your video.
7 minutes for Cheryl.
Yeah, look at all the folks in here.
Looky there. Nice.
Well, so let me do this, Bill. Matter of fact, since you mentioned that video, I want to get over and take a look at your channel just for a second. Let's see, where did you go? Here you are.
Haven't seen Sally. Are you in here today, Sally?
I didn't see her in there. I caught her for a couple of moments this morning. I got up early, and so I saw her on talking. She's such a sweet gal.
Mm-hmm.
So here's Pop's channel. Here's the video he's talking about. This isn't right. Now, vidIQ says it's getting 30 views an hour. 4 days ago, 5,800. vidIQ lags behind a little bit on what the count really is. And it's a great video. And a lot of people are talking about some of the issues on YouTube right now. And that was good video, Bill.
Go. Thank you. Appreciate it, Mike.
Also, go watch this one. YouTube changed and nobody told me.
Yeah.
Look at, I mean, who couldn't like that face? I don't know. You know,
Like an old dog, like an old cur dog.
yeah, right. Well, I don't know about that. Let's take a moment and talk about YouTube. What do you think? What do you think about what's going on right now? Anyway,
Well, you know what I've been those I've been I think I got a couple of hundred comments on those last two videos, and there's a lot of people that are really frustrated. And I see some stuff with YouTube. The biggest thing that I feel like, Mike, and YouTube is not knowing, no transparency. I mean, it's like my son says, YouTube is infamous for you'll be going down the road, and all of a sudden you look back and it's like, hey, where'd everybody go? Oh, they went off in a different direction out there. Nobody said, hey, we're changing routes over here, and leave you out there hung out in the cold, and it's like, and there's he told me reasons for that. They don't, I won't go into all the details, but it's real confusing and it's real frustrating. And there's this AI thing has got it all shook up. I believe there's so much energy with AI and so much things going on with it. And YouTube is, I think they're trying to do their best to curb it. Like he was explaining last night, for example, AI will go out there and somebody get an AI, they'll create AI content, and AI watches it, and they got bots watching it, and then that causes it to look good and to grow and to be good. And it's just a loop, and it's just AI stuff going AI just to get somebody's channel built up. And supposedly YouTube doesn't like or want that. And of course, now here I go, Mike. I'm giving my series away. I need to. Y'all need to go watch my videos to see what I'm telling
okay.
you
So,
here. But anyway, I've been doing a lot of homework, a lot of studying, and there's some stuff going on. And I'm not sure that even YouTube, I think they're kind of like trying to figure out what to do and how to do it. But unfortunately, it's wrecking people, because when you get a hit or banned or something happens and you file a grieve or a what you call it, um, oh,
you
brain's kind
just,
of,
yeah, you dispute
you file a not a
a, di-
complaint, but
dispute. You dispute their
dispute.
decision.
Thank you. And then the dispute, who sees the dispute? The AI or the computers. And so they say, nope, you violated our policy. Well, what's our policy? What policy did I violate? Well, what do you want? And it goes into it isn't real. You know what I'm saying? And so that's very frustrating for the average guy like you and me, when we're used to dealing with logical, common sense human beings that can reason and be rational and make good decisions. And it's like, well, what do we do? So there's
So
people, I mean, it's a nightmare.
let me give you a couple of paragraphs of where I'm at with this. It's kind of like going to the doctor, and the doctor says, Mister Bear, you need this surgery. I said, well, why do I need the surgery? Oh, you just need the surgery. Well, can you explain to me why I need the surgery? No, you don't need to know that. You just need the surgery. It's
Exactly.
kind of, and I watched a couple of videos this morning like this. Oh my word. People that have been demonetized and they can't figure out why. Inauthentic, probably the biggest one. But since they don't tell my up there it is. I might have a slow connection. It's in your knee, it's in your leg, it's in your head. They don't tell you, you don't know where to look.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
and if you don't know where to look, you don't know what to change. Now,
Yeah, it's kind.
I will say this. I think the people that are safest are people like you and I and others that are doing talking head videos. But I watched a guy this morning that said, "Hey, if it goes like this, YouTube is going to be nothing but talking head videos because everybody else is going to be kicked off the service." So that wouldn't be very good either. But we don't run that risk. But if you're doing any kind of automation, especially which is usually faceless channels and automated channels where people are cranking out of a lot of content. Now, I like faceless channels. There's several of them that I really like that have original content, but they're not an automation stream. Those are the ones I would like to see go. But uh, I think that I've been on almost 2 years. I got my big boost in subscriber counts about the first 3 months. And over up until the end of last year, I was getting 1,000 new subscribers every month. And around September, October, it began to drop off. Now I'm lucky if I get 300 to 400 new subscribers in a month. I mean, so it went up, it went down, and like you said, Bill, you have to be in it for the long term, and I think that's really important is to be in it for the long term. So that's our
Well,
2 cents.
I think another good analogy, Mike, would be like you've got a job and you're doing your job and you're doing it well, and for whatever reason, management changes and they send you a termination letter saying we no longer need your services. You violated our policies. And you reply back and you say, "What policies did we violate?" And they say,
Yeah,
"Well,
right.
you've got to tell us why you didn't violate these policies." And you say, "Well, I don't know what policies you're talking about." Well, you can appeal it to a higher level of the company, and you say, "Okay, what am I going to appeal?" Well, your termination. Well, what was my termination for a policy violation? And so you appeal it, and they come back and they say, "Well, what is this appeal for? What policy did you violate?" "I don't know. You tell me." "Well, we're going to look into this," and we come
Yeah,
back. We determine that we're going to stand with our lower management. You violated policy, so you're terminated. What in the world was that all about? What do And so you've lost your job, and you don't even know why. And I don't think they do either. And it's all being done by computers. So
yeah.
anyway, that's kind of, to me, that's kind of what's happening here, and it really is scary, especially people that are depending on their income. This is their income. They got employees, they got family they're taking care of, they got needs. So anyway,
So
that's kind of the way I look at it.
so I got a question up I put up on the screen here. I have been noticing my impressions picking up, but it happens 2 days after upload. Any idea why the delay? And is this still a good sign on a sign of something? Yeah, videos are real funny. My last three videos started off. One was a 10 of 10, one was an 8 of 10. The one that started as an 8 of 10 hung there for about, I'm going to say 24 hours that it moved up to a 6 or 7 of 10. This is the only kind of tracking I do when I release a video. I like to see all of my videos when I release them. It's only the last 10 videos that are measured that way. But I like to see them get up to 5 of 10. I feel good if they hit a 5 of 10 after 2 or 3 days, I feel pretty good about it. That for me, that's usually 1,000 to 1,500 views. So, so the video that I did on making how I make $1,000 a month, that's sort of as an 8 of 10, but it creeped its way up over. It took it 5 days incrementally, more impressions, more click throughs. Started off at 7 or 8 on the click through rate, but it took 7 or 8 days for it to get to be a 1 of 10. So, so to answer this question, the first impressions, I mean, you may get a lot of impressions, you may not. They will pick up sometimes 2 or 3 days later as more people watch it, maybe people share it. So, that's pretty normal. I don't know if do you want to add anything to that, Pops?
No, I'm kind of the same way. I try to. I'm very critical on myself. I probably spend way too much time analyzing, but I try to figure out why something's working. And so I'll do pretty much the same thing. Look at the video, see what it's doing, how it's progressing, why, when, who, how many, how's it getting pushed out there, and of course,
Come on,
always
Bill.
turn your phone off before a live stream.
Yeah,
That
I've been
silence your watch.
I've been getting bugged myself. all the di- all the different kinds of things going on.
That usually happens when I'm making a video. It's like all of a sudden, I forgot to silence my phone and my watch, and right in the middle of it, and you got to, oh man, start over.
So
Anyway,
so I got KC on the screen there,
there she is.
and Casey, I've been waiting for you to show up because I want to talk about your video today. So here's Casey's video. I tried a side hustle. The truth put me in the ER. Look at this.
All in. And last week I ended up in the ER 2 times. I had 2 MRIs, 2 CT scans, and I don't even know what that bill is going to be yet.
Hey, how's that for an opening, Bill? I mean, if you want a hook opening, I mean that's really a great hook opening. Oh my word! Holy moly!
Yeah. Oh my goodness! Poor Casey.
But I want everybody to go watch this video. And Casey, I'm glad that you're on here because I wanted to talk to you about it for a moment. In the video, Casey talks about all the different side incomes that she's used. Some of them I have. I've not been as prolific as she has, that's for sure. But she mentions the Amazon affiliate. One of the things that I did that really helped me, I did a standalone video. Some of you know it, of the Recolix AI recorder. I did a standalone video of that. At first, I was only promoting it as an affiliate on Amazon, but then I struck a deal with them, which is a lot better. But just that one standalone video.
6 side hustles.
Hang on a second. Where did that come from?
My phone. I'm sorry. I was.
Oh,
that was me. I did it.
Bill, you are dangerous, dude.
I know it. That
You're dangerous, man. All of a sudden, I thought, what am I doing here, man? Oh, my word.
That's what my teachers always used to tell me. Bill, pay attention. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Pay attention, right. Well, anyway, KC, so I use my little AI voice recorder as a standalone, and you covered a lot of this in your video. It's a great video. I felt so bad for you. Folks need to watch that because it's easy to get burned out from doing this kind of stuff. But so I made a couple of $1,000s a month for about 2 months just with this one affiliate through Amazon because it was a standalone video with the links to it. I changed all the links though because Recolix now it goes right to their in-house store, and I got much better commissions. So it continues to produce pretty good for me. But anyway, I wanted to give you a shout out, Casey, and I'm glad you're here. I don't know if any of that makes sense. You guys go watch it. She's a great gal. Where did this guy? Now, JB says, good day, guys or gents. Glad to see you. Computer technology is like a nuclear science. It can be used to help people or you can blow up the world.
Yep.
By the way,
that's right.
JB gave me the best compliment. Actually gave you the best compliment, Bill.
Oh, yeah?
So I was talking to him on the phone the other day. That's right. Those of you watching this, I talk to some of you guys. We get to know each other. We talk on the phone. So I'm talking on the phone and I don't know what I was talking about this live stream. And I joked around. I said, hey, JB, it's going to be a couple of old guys. And he said, I mean, Mike, you don't look so old. You look 10 years younger than you are. Well, all right, everybody, I want you all to think about that. I'm 82, and the guy that's right over here on next to me on the screen, he's almost 72. So I told JB, that's good. That's a great compliment. You mean I look like Bill? I'm 10 years younger, and I'm looking like Bill. Oh, my word. That's a hoot, man. Oh, golly.
That's funny. Yep.
Somebody asked me if I use StreamYard. I went over that. Yeah, I'm using StreamYard. I'm trying to use their pop-out window on the comments, and it's not working like I want it to look anyway. But yeah, I use StreamYard. I'm changed up my whole setup. I was shooting off my Mac Mini on my big screen. Today, I'm shooting using my MacBook Pro. with the built-in webcam, shooting at 720. If you remember the last live stream, my side of the video got really slow and wonky, and it wasn't very clear. So, and I had it set at 1020. The camera's at 4K. So anyway, I'm shooting at 720 using my webcam. I'm using my Shure microphone, of course, and I'm using some Rode earphones because I got some feedback also on the last time. So, and I don't like the overhead ones as much, but okay, let's see. I got to get my glasses on. Way to go, Pops. You're almost there. Yeah. Pops is almost there. No, Pops is already there. We just don't know where there is.
I'm still trying to figure that out. Where is he? Where am I?
Oh, man.
I don't even know where I am.
Hey.
Oh, thanks, Casey.
Look at her. Look at her. Shut up. We were talking about you earlier, Sally. I caught you this morning for about the last 10 minutes of your program. You know, you start at 4 a.m. for me, but I did get up about 10 after 4 and I jumped on while I was making my coffee to listen to you. You're such a blessing. I got to tell you. Yeah. So, well, let's see, Bill, if we got any more people in here that are,
now, Mike, I can't see any, like last time, I could see all the streams over here. I can't see them, and I see something down here I could click, but I hesitate ever clicking on something that I don't know what it is, because that's when it usually goes.
Yeah, don't do that, Bill.
All goes away. So
maybe your connection.
I don't know, but
yeah,
time
well,
I
thank
can
you.
see people's comments coming down. Is that because it's, and I didn't do a thing. Oh, there you are. You're back. Okay.
So I was
over here to my right side. It's like start the conversation, chat with everyone in the studio. Do I need to click on that, or do I need to click on the chat with everyone in the bottom? I mean, yeah.
No, but Bill,
I like to see the comments as they're coming down.
Yeah, I know, Bill, but maybe you need to stay out of chat. You don't have enough. You don't have enough discipline to do that.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. Now that's true words and wisdom from a big brother, and that's for all you out there. This is Mike's become my big brother that I never had. So, but big brothers can also be bullies. So you don't beat me up too bad, big brother.
Oh man.
I beat up all my younger brothers. I was the big brother to them. I'm the one that beat them up. Now I've got a big brother he's over there beating me on the head. Stop it. Okay.
Okay, we were talking about faceless channels. I got to get CL in here for a moment because that's a great faceless channel. I enjoy being a faceless channel. I want the audience focus to be on my art, not me. I intentionally want my work life to be totally separate from then it got cut off. Well, see, the only problem is CL, Pops and I, we want to be center stage. We want to be the star.
Oh my goodness.
I got a couple of cool guys over in Tom over in he's the cranky historian. I think that's what it is. Tom, he may be in the chat. I haven't noticed. He's got a great faceless channel, though he does get his face on the videos from time to time. But he has created something, especially people doing history and research and comparisons and stuff. But CL, that's a terrific channel. I've got a couple of other people that are doing ASMR in the Christian realm. So I am not against faceless at all. There's room for all that. I think it's the authentic content. That's the thing that's killing some channels, and some of those you can spot pretty easily, and some of them you can't. I don't know. Let's see. It is see everyone. Yeah, look at all these people in here. Oh, geez. See, Bill, they're just carrying on their own great conversation. They don't give a hoot about you and I.
They don't care. We're the stars of the party, and they're over there having their own party off to the side, drinking punch and champagne. Somebody forgot to tell them Elvis was here.
Yeah. So, Bill, I mentioned to you earlier when we were talking, I want to talk about this book for a second. It's called Downproof by Andy Stump. By the way, if you're interested in joining my school or you want the book, it's down in the video description. Andy Stump is a Navy SEAL. We were talking about our wives. So some of you know that Judy is pretty much on bed rest. She's on palliative care. And so I got people in and out taking care of her. So she watches a lot of TV. And she watched a program the other day where Andy was being interviewed. She said, I got to get that book. So I ordered the book for her. But when the book showed up, you probably can't see it here, but the cover is a bunch of guys with their hands tied behind their backs and their feet tied, and they're hanging in a swimming pool. Now I went through. I'm not a Navy SEAL, but I am a Marine, a Vietnam veteran who went through some of this kind of training. Not like this, not to this extreme, but we had our hands tied, our feet tied, thrown in the swimming pool. There is a way to get out. There's a technique that you have to use to do that. But the book is really cool. But poor Judy, she took one look at that cover and said, I'm not going to read that book. Anyway. So, and it is kind of a guy's book, but I've really enjoyed this book. It's really cool. He goes through the 8 life lessons to keep your head above the water. Think about that, Bill. You and I need to keep our heads above the water.
That's it. Yep.
And especially with a couple of things going on in our lives.
Right.
In one of these chapters on fear, he makes some comments that I thought were really good. You and I have talked about fear before. You will never be capable of moving when fear is controlling you, when fear is screaming at you to keep your head down, when fear forces you to only consider the worst case scenarios. Now, when my training in the Marine Corps, I got a lot of that. It was learn how to adapt, improvise, and overcome. You get into a swimming pool with your hands tied, the worst thing you can do is to enter into fear. So he goes on to say that making the wrong choice when you're in a fear situation can paralyze you to the degree that you cannot even move forward. What is truly hard, and the place where so many people give up, is the grind after they start. Now I want to tie all of that together to say people are afraid of starting a YouTube channel. People are afraid of doing what you and I are doing. And fear can be immobilizing because we assign the worst case scenario to it. So Bill, tell me, does that relate to you at all? You've lost some businesses. You and I have both had bankruptcies. We've gone through a lot of fear situations. How do you conquer fear in light of this? When you're thrown into the swimming pool and you're all tied up?
Well, I think he said it best, and you said it there, where keeping your head. As many of y'all know, if you don't, I'm a pilot. I've been flying since I was 16 years old. Used to fly warbirds and air shows, and my son is a crop duster. We both have a real sense or whatever to be able to handle. And you get in situations sometimes, it's kind of like life when you're flying, that you have to keep your wits about you. You got to be cool. People that panic, that's when things go wrong and really go bad. And I don't care whether it's a panic because, hey, a fire broke out, fire, everybody run and panic, and it gets stomped and trampled. Be cool, be calm, keep your head about you, do what you got to do, think. And that's why a lot of times, I came up on an accident one time and I worked for the phone company. There was kids in the back of a pickup, rolled it, got thrown out, and there was kids scattered everywhere. And a lot of people just would freak out and panic. And I just immediately went in, started seeing what I could do to help them, and others did too. And there's situations in our life that you've just got to be calm and you got to think and don't let fear take over. Because when fear takes over, just like the book, I want to read that book. You know, it's like it'll conquer you, you know, and it'll destroy you, and it keeps you from being able to reason and think and act, you know, rationally. So, and that's true, like I said, in life and with businesses. And yeah, I've been through some pretty bad business failures, and you know, this last little hiccup that we just took here the last week or two is like, okay, I thought we were done with that, but I guess not, Lord. And then at the same time, I have a peace about me because I'm sitting here thinking, okay, you pulled me through all these other jams in my life all these years, got me to where I am, and this is everything's going to be okay. And to the point, my daughter even said, "Hey, Dad, I'm kind of wondering, you know, what's he got in store for us down the road." And I said, "Yeah, I'm kind of even excited about this, you know." And I mean, it's a pretty big hit we just took, so it's like, I wonder what's he got for us down the road. And anyway, that's without going in a lot of details. That's how I handle it, and it's just I've always been the kind of guy when everybody's panicking and screaming and yelling and losing their head. I'm sitting there kind of calm and looking and say, okay, wait a minute. How can we fix this situation, or how can we get out of this thing alive? And that's, to me, that's what you got to do. And it's the same thing with YouTube. Don't panic. I see people panicking about, oh, they're not watching my videos. Yep, been there, done that. It's like, why aren't they pushing my videos? I do a great bang up video and it gets 10 views. What the heck is that? You know, be calm, be cool, stick with the plan, stick with the course, steady as she goes. As I say in a lot of my videos, keep the faith, stay the course, and just keep on going. And that's, you know, and you'll work your way out of it. You'll one day you'll be out of the storm. You're flying in. We had a guy flying one time, and Bill, look at those clouds, look at this weather. What are we going to do? Just be calm, be cool. In a little while, boom, we broke out of it. Oh, cool. Yep. Just don't lose your head. Anyway, that's my 2 cents worth, Mike.
Yeah, well, you're familiar with because I listens to so many videos on aviation. What is the slogan? It's navigate, communicate. Do you remember what is that? Do you have it off the top of your head?
Yeah, it's aviate, navigate, and then communicate. In other
There you
words, you don't, you know, and it's like they used to say in the air shows when we have our briefing. Number one, if you have any kind of a problem, just fly the plane. Don't worry about talking or work you just fly the plane, you know. And number two is don't do nothing dumb.
So Bill, I did mention this in one of my videos. I can't remember when it was, but that really applies to YouTube. Aviate, navigate, communicate,
That's
doesn't
it.
it?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. So
You got it.
so you just gave a good summary of it. That means that don't give up, fly the plane, do
Keep
the
your
video.
head, keep your wits. Exactly. Yep. Think,
Well,
you know,
then the navigate part is get better at what you're doing or figure out where you're going and all of that, and then communicate, talk to people, like join my school.
there you go. Yep.
I'll get a plug in there somehow. Hey, thanks for the gift, my friend. That's really for pup treat. Hey, Mickey, look at that, buddy. People are giving you treats, man. They don't care about me. They only care about you. Poor Mickey.
Yeah, where's hey Mike? I just noticed that now. Maybe because I haven't been seeing it, but where's all those coffees you're supposed to be getting and all these treats? I mean, Dad Burner, last time it was like the Jerry Lewis telethon, man. We had calls, we had people coming in right and left. We hadn't been preaching the telethon, you know, with these with these guys.
Well, there has been some nice gifts already. I just haven't put all of them on the screen. Got a lot of people in here, which is really great. One other thing I wanted you to address, and it really has to do with YouTube. One of the comments that he makes in the book. By the way, if you're going to buy the book, it's not cheap. It's $26. I like it so good, though. I got it on audio and the hardback version. But let me see if I can get over here. This is so important. He's sharing this in context of being a Navy SEAL, but it fits to a lot of things in life. And this is what he says: are you one is there for him, so he's talking about being a Navy SEAL, that some are join the program for themselves and another one is for the team. And he spends a lot of time talking about the people that are Navy SEALs for themselves versus for the team. And I want to try to relate that to YouTube, because a lot of people get on YouTube for a lot of different reasons, and and I don't want to be critical of anybody, but if you're getting on YouTube just to uh, tell your story or do your thing without thinking about the other people, is it a team in the sense that I'm doing it for other people, to encourage other people, to help other people? I think creators that have that as a mindset do better. I don't know, Bill. What do you think?
No, I agree, Mike. And one of the things I've seen, I watch a lot of videos, especially those that subscribe to me. Go watch and see who they are. And so many people, it's like they don't really have anything to say other than talk about themselves. And what I've learned is people really don't care. And I don't mean to say this calloused way, but people really don't care about you, just you. If you've got a story to tell that you can connect, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where they can relate. Always, what I always try to do is, when I'm thinking of something, is what does that person need, or where are they right now, or what is a message that needs to go out, and I use maybe some life illustrations and experience and wisdom to get that message across. But try to be you, number one. Don't be somebody you're not, and try to reach out to the other person. What are they needing? Because it's like I said in my first video. If y'all haven't seen it, go watch it. But anyway, I talk about the thumbnail and the hooks and all that. And when somebody's going to look at your video, Mike, you got about 2 seconds to hook them on that thumbnail, and that's basically opening the door to your house. And then you're inviting them to come in. That's with your title. And when they come in, now as they step in the door, they don't know you, or they're not sure, but they come in and they're asking themselves, do I want to be here and do I want to stay here? So that's your opening, you might say, hook, 15, 20 seconds. And that's where I use the illustration. They want to be able to, they step in and they go, wait a minute, you're cooking chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes, gravy, and is that chocolate cake I see over there? Yep, I'm in. You got me. And that's you got them in. Now you can serve them the meal and spend time with them. But that, so many people don't understand that and don't realize it, and I didn't for the longest time. But don't. And I'm trying to say this in a nice way, Mike, but don't get on and just talk, because you're not going to keep people's attention. Does that make sense? You got to have something. What are you trying to say? What's your message? What are you trying to relay? And make sure try to make it about the other person, and always visualize like that's just one person I'm talking to right there. Yeah. Those are just some little tricks that I've learned, that I'm learning. And of course, it seems to be working pretty good.
Now there's somebody that Good afternoon, my friends. I'm enjoying
Copper.
Copper, we were Bill and I were talking about you before we came on live, so I hope your ears were burning, buddy. Oh, brother.
Now, Copper is a guy. If y'all don't know him, go check him out. He is Old Man Copper. Now, Mike, get this. Old Man Copper, right? I think he's 58 years old. He's a dadgum kid. You know what I'm saying? But he's a great guy, retired fireman. He's got some neat stories. Got a super channel. Just his heart is as big as a basketball and just a heart of gold. Go check out his channel, Old Man Copper.
So, how old do you have to be an old man, Bill?
Well, it's like my wife was saying the other day. She was talking to a kid. Yeah, this kid, blah blah blah, and I think the kid's 40 or 42 years old. And I said, yeah, 50 years ago, a 42-year-old guy was an old man. So age is perspective. It's kind of where you are right now. Anybody that's 60 years old, y'all are young kids. And then as I get older, it's like I'm the old guy. But hey, it's all in the. It's all in the head. There's no such thing as old or young. As old as you feel. And I don't.
Usually, there's always somebody older than you. You've heard me talk about Selma in my videos a lot. She lived to be 111, and I met her when she was 90, so I knew her for quite a while. but I was a young guy at that time. And
Yeah.
so there's always somebody that's probably going to be be older than you are. I don't know. Hey,
Right.
Bill, what do you think about on YouTube right now? It appears that almost every single day I get in my feed new retirement videos. There's
Yeah.
a lot of people that are jumping on YouTube that are doing their version of retirement videos. I got a couple of them that are in my school group, but I saw 2 or 3 the other day. One guy made the same mistake that I made, which was after my 4th video went viral, I thought I knew what I was doing. So now I'm doing videos on how to do YouTube and I don't know squat, right? But, you gotta be doing it for a while, you know? But Bill, what do you think? Why are so many people in the 4th quarter? I look at the 4th quarter as 65 and above, but you can retire a lot earlier than that. But in that 4th quarter retirement sector, what's going on, Bill? Why are so many people getting on YouTube, do you think?
Well, for the older generation like us, and if it was like me, I didn't really know much about you. I mean, we came up in the realm where there wasn't any technology per se. I mean, I can remember getting cell phones like yesterday, and it was like the young kids, I think they're wanting more dopamine kind of hype stuff and what have you. The older the older generation like us, they want something that's grounded and solid and level and relatable to their situation. And so you get these retired videos, and you're right. I mean, and you look at those and say, man, I need to do a retirement channel. And I could be wrong. I think it'll run its course. I think there'll be so many of them out there. I think one of the things that YouTube is doing, from what I've been, again, my research and my studies and what have you, is YouTube looks at stuff that's out there. And if there's already a lot of content like what you're putting out, then they're not going to push it as hard. They want new content, new stuff, something that's
Yeah, I
unique
agree.
and,
Mhm.
and different. So I think, as we get flooded with hundreds of millions of retirement videos, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying at some point in time, I think we're going to see that kind of taper off. Could be wrong. There's more and more. I mean, the baby boomers, they're the oldest baby boomers about 80 years old now, and so there's
Yeah.
a bunch of us coming up behind, and so there's more and more people retiring and wanting to know about retirement and what to expect and what have you. So, uh, it's a market for sure, but it's not an end all of end all, and I don't think that's where it's all at for the long haul. But I could be wrong. They might prove me wrong.
So so my view on this, I think there's a lot of room for a lot of people. Larry's retirement adventure, I think that's what he calls it. He had that one video that's got 1.5 million views and propelled him to stardom with
Right.
no thumbnails and maybe some thought to titles and hooks are gone. Just gets on there, but my assessment of that is Larry's got a couple of good things going for him. He's real, he is authentic, he's not trying to be somebody that he isn't. He's not on
Right.
there to make money, and he's very consistent. I mean, 2 and 3 videos a week. I only do 1 video a week if I'm lucky. So, I think everybody has a unique lived experience. Larry's
Hmm.
view of life, your view of life, my view of life, a lot of the other people that we know that are in this sector, what we've been through is unique to us. Now, we may share some things, but my own lived experience is only my experience. That's why
Right.
when you come into my house, you go over there, and I've got all these photo albums. They're my albums. They're not
Hmm.
your albums. The problem is so many people are trying to take other people's albums. This is the idea of copying other people, taking other people's albums and sharing them as their own. I'm
Sure.
I'm I'm really not. I don't encourage that, and I think that's really wrong. Your own lived experience should be enough. I mean, Bill, between you and I, we probably have made about 4,000 mistakes.
Yeah,
You
at
know?
least. Yep, that's right. Yep,
And but we learned from them, and
that's
I
right.
think that's so anyway, I think the people that are gonna do well in a retirement kind of 4th quarter video is their unique experience, not so much their YouTube experience, but their lived experience and how they can translate that into life. And I think that's why your channel's doing well, because you do that well.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, and I agree with you 100%. It's like I say, when it comes to rolling cigars, there is no right or wrong way to roll a cigar. The objective is to get a bunch of leaves, bundle them together, light them, and smoke them. So whatever it takes to do that, do it. And I've learned that in life, and I try to take these life experiences and teach them. And it's like same thing with YouTube. I don't think there's any right or wrong way. Yeah, there's ways that you can accelerate it faster, but you know, the retirement thing is strong and it's good, and and I encourage people to do that if that's your thing.
Yeah.
I don't feel, I'm kind of like you. Neither one of us are really retired. We're working all the
Right.
time,
Yeah.
between taking care of our wives and working other, other stuff. You pastor a church, and I got a couple of different businesses. And so I'm not really retired, but I don't have a job, And hey,
Yeah.
all y'all out there, I've said this in one of my videos. You know what a job is, right? Job. That's just over broke. But anyway, I just throw that in there. But
Hey,
anyway,
listen,
go ahead.
I got a comment Lori just made put on the screen. I really like this. Let me see if I got to get
I
up here a
like
little
that.
bit.
That's good, Lori.
Honestly, I think the retirement generation is looking for community. Think about your friends group all through your life is pretty much friends by proximity. Now folks are retiring.
Yep, that's a good point.
And I think Lori's doing a great job fostering community through live streams and helping other people with their live streams. That's one of the reasons I started my school, was just to have a community feel. And the average age in my school is probably 50 or older. I'm not sure, but we definitely need friends. I think since I've been on YouTube, especially the last 2 or 3 months, meeting people like you, Bill, and others, that's just a tremendous highlight in my life.
Likewise, what Lori said was spot on. What you just said was spot on, and that's one of the neat things about YouTube that I had no earthly idea 7, 8 months ago, is the camaraderie and the family, and it's like a big, huge family. We love each other. And you get these trolls in there that are anyway, but
Yeah.
it's I love it. Go ahead.
Here's a good friend of mine. He's got a great channel. He says, if you want real, tell a story from your personal experience. People want to hear from people with firsthand perspective. I've got a whole video on perspective. The older you get, the better you have a wider perspective. Like the difference between standing in the bottom of the valley and standing at the top of the mountain. Top of the mountain, you have a much wider perspective. But Tom, thanks for being here. He's a member of my school, and he's a really great guy. But Bill, we're going to be running out of time pretty soon. I mentioned to you that I wanted to close out the video by sharing a favorite Bible verse or something going on. Do you have one? I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I got 100 of them, but here's one that
Wait,
just popped into
Bill.
my head.
Bill, I
Yeah.
don't want 100. Just one.
Don't we have another hour to go yet, Mike?
That'd be a 3-hour live stream, buddy.
Okay. Well, let me cut it down to just a couple of simple verses here, and
Okay.
there's one that fits me today right now and why this really speaks to me today. But anyway, it's in the book of Philippians, talking about hard times and what have you. And it says, I am not saying this because I am in need, for I have learned to be content, whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. Amen to there. I have learned the secret of being content in every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do everything through him who gives me strength.
It's a great
Amen.
verse. Yeah.
So
that's pretty meaningful to you right now. I've been reading through the Psalms. I'm in the Psalms of Ascent. That's from Psalms 120 on. The one that I read today is Psalm 124. If it had not been for the Lord, I could stop right there and preach a whole sermon on that one line.
Yeah. Amen.
If it hadn't been for the Lord, I can give you if I thought about it, I could probably list 100 different things in my life, and I know you could, Bill.
Amen.
If it hadn't been for the Lord.
That's a good one.
Psalm 124, it goes on, who was on our side? I'd rather have God on my side than against me. Now may Israel say, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side. And then he goes through several different circumstances. And I sat down this morning in my prayer journal after I read this Psalm 124, just the first two verses. If it had not been for the Lord who was on my side. And I started to write down all of the things in my life. Well, I can't list them all, but the ones that came to my mind, if it hadn't been for the Lord recently, when I was in the ER, Judy in the ER, if it hadn't been for the Lord, if it hadn't been 5 years ago, a nurse in the hospital, my wife would be in heaven already. But a registered nurse stepped in when a doctor didn't know what he was doing, and God used her to save my wife's life. If it hadn't been for the Lord. And Bill, I had to tell this story sometime. So, make a long story short, this nurse showed up in the ER, showed up on the floor. The doctor, it was 3:00 in the morning. He wanted to go home and sleep. He didn't want to do the surgery. She got up on the floor, and a nurse appeared there, a different nurse. And I hadn't seen her at all. She showed up and she took one look at Judy and she said, she needs to be in surgery right now. What's going on? And then we explained. So now I hear her on her cell phone outside the door. And she's called the doctor, who's probably in his Ferrari on the way home, maybe a Porsche.
Right.
And she's reading the guy the riot act. And the next thing I know, she hangs up, she comes in, disconnects Judy from a bunch of stuff, doesn't wait for the OR to come up and take the bed back down to the OR. She grabs this bed and she's by herself pushing this bed all the way down to the pre-op section so Judy could get the surgery that did save her life. And Bill, I couldn't keep up with her, right? Now, this is going back 10, 15 years ago. So I go back a couple of days later with a box of candy to find this nurse on the floor. Nobody's heard of her.
She was an angel.
Seen her.
Angel from God, Mike.
Yeah, I sat there, at the nurse's station just bawling. I couldn't help it. And I said, you mean you've never seen a nurse that looks like this? And I described exactly what she looked like.
There you go.
And the time, and I had her first name, but that was all. And we don't have anybody on this floor by that name. We've never seen anybody by this name.
There you go.
Yeah. If it hadn't been for God.
God sent an angel and she saved your wife. And how many times does that happen, Mike? And we don't either recognize it or acknowledge it or realize it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
absolutely.
I've had that in my life so many times, and it's like incredible. Yeah, that's a great testimony right there.
Well, Bill, we've gone over. It's 11:05. I've enjoyed this. I really like talking to you. I'm looking forward to our podcast. We will not do our podcast live. We will pre-record them. See if we can stay out of trouble. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Okay.
But we definitely have a lot to talk about. This for maybe too much to talk about. I don't know.
Maybe. Yep.
Thank you everybody that has given a gift in the chat. I've seen several of them go by and I haven't acknowledged them. Thanks for everybody that's been here. Bill and I love all of you guys. A lot of you we know personally. bump into each other in other live streams in different places. It's wonderful. I'm just so blessed to be doing what I'm doing at 82 years old. And my younger twin here, Bill, I think at 71 is pretty, right, Bill?
72. 72.
72. Oh, we're
72.
All right.
Peace,
All right.
brother.
We'll talk to you all later.
Enjoyed
It
it.
was,
Thank you,
it was
everybody.
great. Yeah, it
It
was
was a
great.
blast. Yeah. Thank you, Mike.